I don't know what to say.
I don't want to die. I want to live.
If you want to survive, Chappie, you must fight.
Hi everyone, Matt the Movie Guy here. We saw Chappie.
I don't even know where to begin with this.
I don't either. I really have no idea. I mean, do we start with playing God? Do we start with gross incompetence? Do we start with...
So many plot holes?
I think the best place to start... So earlier this week, I was reading an interview with the director, Neil Blomkamp, talking about how he was not very proud of Elysium, that he didn't feel that it was his best work. And we saw Elysium, and we agreed that it's like, yeah, it looks great. It looks great. It's a solid concept, but the execution's just...
Meh.
Meh, yeah. And it's like, so, it's like, I really want to make a movie that's better than that. This was not that fucking movie!
No. I didn't want to believe the negative reviews on Rotten Tomatoes either.
This hurt. This physically hurt to watch. I seriously thought I was going to have an aneurysm while I was watching this.
Please, I wanted to shoot myself several times.
Oh my god.
Movie.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so, have you ever seen Short Circuit?
Yes.
You have? Okay, I haven't, so I can't really make any references, but from what everybody said, it's like Johnny Five from Short Circuit. If you want Short Circuit references, I'm sure Brad Jones probably did it for his, so go watch that. So there probably aren't going to be that. We got a lot to talk about. We got a shit ton to talk about here. Oh fuck. Let's start with the concept. This movie is about a robotics engineer who decides to play God.
Yep.
That's really what it is. The engineer, who's played by Dev Patel, who you may have seen in Slumdog Millionaire, and another famous director, another once respected director's most absolutely botched at a work of all time, The Last Airbender.
Yeah.
This movie is about a robotics engineer who plays God. He develops an artificial intelligence program on his spare time. That's not even remotely the most ridiculous part of this movie. He develops artificial intelligence. He wants a test subject. So rather than use the robot that he built to take care of his house that has no functions as far as being able to violently hurt people, he instead decides to go to his place of work, which is a robotics factory that makes robots for the police department, and steals one. Even though his boss said no, because it's fucking artificial intelligence, okay? Anybody who has seen a movie about artificial intelligence knows where the fuck this is going. But the genius robotics engineer is prodded on by the picture of a cat that is memeing him to steal this robot shell to test on, okay? This movie really could have used Jeff Goldblum. Just like shove him in there and be like, and give the whole speech from Jurassic Park. Just because, Jesus fucking Christ, John Hammond in Jurassic Park was not as maniacally, egotistically godlike as this guy. He literally has like no no, he has no sense of what he's doing, of what he's really friggin' doing by creating an artificial life. He thinks it's an experiment. I'm gonna quote Jurassic Park. He wields it like a child who found his father's gun. It's scary. It's really fucking scary.
And he had no professionalism either.
This guy should have been fired at least 5 fucking times by this company. I mean, should we start listing off his offenses?
Yeah.
Okay, number 1, there is a key, like it's called the guard key, and you cannot update any software without having checked this key off. It's under high security clearance. You can't just willy-nilly go pick it up, unless you're our main character, and then you can go willy-nilly and pick it up, and face no repercussions. And apparently there are no security cameras around it whatsoever. It's just, you sign in, and you take it out of the case. That's it. That is motherfucking bullshit. It's like, and you're probably thinking to yourself, well, surely they have security cameras. They do have security cameras, but not around their all-important key to update their police force robots. This is really segueing into the absolute incompetency of everyone fucking involved in this movie. Everyone is an idiot. Everyone is a goddamn idiot in this movie.
Everyone.
Everyone. Everyone. The robotics engineer decides to play God. His rival robotics engineer, played by Hugh Jackman, which, oh god, man, dude, you're better than this. You're so much better than this. Who plays his own engineer with a godlike complex, only his version of robots are bigger, with more firepower, like tanks. And God, there's a scene early on where he's selling his version of the robot to the Johannesburg Police Department. And they're like, we just deal with muggings. It's like, we don't need one of these. And I lean over to you, and I'm like, sell it to America! Sell it to America! We'll buy 20,000 robots to do that! Jesus Christ! It even has, like, military camo, and I'm just, like, thinking, why are you selling this to South Africa?
Yeah.
Call the Department of Defense! They'll buy a shitload of these things!
Also, it's the exact same location where, District 9 is saying.
It's so similar to District 9, too! I mean, I don't want to get into spoilers here, but, like, that ending is really, really similar to District 9. It even starts like District 9, where it starts with, like, found footage, like, fake interviews about what we're about to see. It's
not District 9.
It's like, look, I get that, like, the director is Neil Blomkamp. I get he's from Johannesburg. I get he wants to make movies where he's from. I understand that. And there's nothing wrong with the setting. There's nothing wrong with the visuals. There's nothing wrong with the aesthetics. But aesthetics a movie does not make. And my God, I mean... The acting. The acting from the goddamn gangsters. These were characters that could have worked if they were done by people who knew what the fuck they were doing, and a director who knew how to fucking tell them what to do. But instead we get this shit.
We get awkward moments.
We get really fucking awkward moments. We get stuff that just... but, no, I want to get into it, because we got off topic. I want to get back into his list of things that this engineer did. That is bullshit. 1. Checked out the omnipotent key that controls all the robots. 2. Oh, fuck, geez. I lost Christ. I lost Christ. I did lose Christ watching this movie. I lost faith in all signs of a benevolent God watching this movie. Oh my God. 2. is let go by his captors and then decides to go back because his experiment is more important than his fucking life.
3. He scolded the gangsters for...
The gangster should have shot him like 5 times over, too!
Yeah.
Like, he disrespects these people who got guns to his head because he's got plot armor. It's friggin' bullshit. I'm going through the movie in my head, and it's physically hurting me to do so, by the way. Jesus Christ. I should have taken notes. I really should have taken notes, because I lost track of how many times this guy did stupid fucking crap. His rival, though, was no better. His rival brought a gun to an office, and it's great. There's a moment early on in the movie where he slams Dev Patel's character, Hugh Jackman's character, slams Dev Patel's character down on his desk and puts a gun to his head. And he's like, "Listen to me, you little shit. You don't know who you're dealing with." Everybody, nobody's looking, by the way. And he actually pulls the trigger, but it's empty. And Dev Patel's character is just really freaking scared, and the Hugh Jackman engineer character is like, "It's just a prank. It's just a prank. Doesn't anybody have a sense of humor?" He brought a gun to an office as a prank and got away with it. Sigourney Weaver is the leader of this company, by the way, and is the worst motherfucking executive ever. She lets her employees check out omnipotent control equipment without any actual security clearance. Shit goes wrong with the robots and nobody gets fired. I just realized in the entire movie, Hugh Jackman's character is never fired and Dev Patel's character is never fired. She never fires anybody. She's just like, "Oh god, this is going to create such a PR nightmare. What am I going to do?" Fire them! They're having a pissing contest over whose robot is better at the expense of the citizens of Johannesburg, South Africa. Fire their motherfucking asses! Ah! 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 Oh.
Well, let's not forget, the employees are very dumb, too.
The whole fucking company is dumb. The whole fucking company is run by idiots. Like, all the robots go offline, and the police break in to find out what happened. And the engineer who caused them all to go offline walks out without having been detained, even though he was right by a control panel the entire time. This is the level of incompetency of everybody involved in this goddamn movie. And, it's... The thing that bothers me the most is that all the incompetency is done to move the plot forward. All of it.
Yeah, it's like this film couldn't support itself without incompetence.
No, it couldn't. It had to make its characters idiot to keep the plot going. It was really pathetic. It was really pathetic. Because you shouldn't have to do that. You should not have to make your characters brainless idiots to make them do what you want to get the plot to go forward. You should be smarter than that.
Exactly.
You should not have to rely on your past work and remake it to get your movie to go forward. If you can tell a story, you should not have to do these things. If you can tell a story, you shouldn't have to do these things. And really, I mean, what that leads me to believe is that Neil Blomkamp, unfortunately, is a one-trick pony. I still love District 9. It still holds up very well, but he doesn't have anything else in him.
No, he's a one-trick pony creating spin-offs and, let's see here.
No, he really didn't. No,
copies of this.
Copies, yes, I would say that. All the grungy sci-fi, near-future sci-fi stuff with political overtones. Which really, when the movie started, and it's like, we robotized the police officers. I'm like, oh wow, they're actually going to make a commentary on how police lives are in danger and what it would do for them if, like, Like how with the War on Terror, or with not the the War on Terror, how we got the drones, kind of like that for the police officers. Like there's a scene early on where it shows them busting up a drug ring and using them as human shields, and just like putting them on the front line and busting down the doors so they aren't the ones that take the hits. It's like and you could have done something with that, and then it's shoved to the side. Like, when the robots go offline, like, the police chief goes in, and all the police officers are, like, in the break room, just, like, doing whatever. And they're like, and they're like, activate all human troops. And I'm like, activate? Are you saying that you mobilize your entire police force, and you still have these people on duty? What the fuck? I'm starting to get ringing in my ear, because I've been going pretty fucking loud. This movie's goddamn awful.
Yeah.
Don't see this. Don't see this. Like, I can't even suggest you rent it. Go rent RoboCop or Short Circuit or any of the other movies
Or
Terminator. Go rent any other movie about artificial intelligence than this one, because all this one does is just rip off those, and not even well.
It does a terrible job.
I mean, the artificial... I guess we should talk about Chappie before we end. Like, I like the idea of a robot that starts off with the mind of an infant and then gradually learns. That is a really unique concept. It's not like, oh, they just suddenly became sentient. No, it's like showing the life stages, but with a mechanical body. There is a scene about a third of the way through where the gangsters have taken Chappie because they're going to use him to get a heist. It's long, convoluted, and it doesn't fucking matter. But they're like, we need to make this robot a gangster. He needs to learn how to fight for us. So they take him out to the middle of nowhere, drop him off in front of some gangsters, and at this point, his mental capacity is about that of a 4-year-old. And they throw him out of the van, and in front of all these gangster kids. And all these gangster kids think that, like, he is police, because every single robot up till now has been police. And they start pelting him with rocks, throwing Molotov cocktails at him. And I leaned over to you, and I said, this is like... It's like they have established very clearly throughout this movie, he's just a kid. He's just a child. So essentially what we are watching is a 4-year-old being physically abused and tortured. It's a mechanical body, and that's why Hollywood gets away with it. But essentially we are watching something with the mental and emotional capacity of a 4-year-old being physically assaulted. Not fucking cool. And made worse by the fact that the people who left Chappie out there to face this willingly are later supposed to be heroes. They are not heroes. Nobody in this movie is a hero.
They're all doofuses.
I hesitate to call Chappie a hero as well, because he's basically being manipulated the entire time by both sides for their own selfish gains. There are no heroes in this movie. There's nobody to root for.
No, only you.
There's nobody with any chemistry. By the time the movie got to its complete ass-backwards bullshit ending, I'm just like, done. I checked, I wasn't even angry at that point. I just checked out, because honestly, if I had found anything else to be more angry with, I would have given myself an aneurysm, probably. I was struggling so hard not to scream in a crowded theater or just bang my hands. It's basically how I was the entire second half of this movie. This could have worked. And Neil Blomkamp has shown that he knows how to tell a story before. But unfortunately, he only knows how to tell one story.
One story.
I'm done with him. I don't care if he makes any more movies that are good. Maybe I'll check them out. I don't know, but right now I'm kind of done with him. I really had hope. District 9 really was one of my favorite movies in the year that it came out, and I loved that movie so much. I still do. This is just sad. This is like M. Night Shyamalan when after he made The Sixth Sense, he just made the same fucking movie with the same "what a twist" over and over and over again. This movie is The Village for Neil Blomkamp. This is the movie that proves he has nothing else in him other than grungy sci-fi movies with vaguely political messages. No, it's not even vaguely, blatantly political messages. I'm done. I don't want to waste any more time on this. I know I've said a lot. Is there anything else you wanted to say?
Yeah, this movie literally gave me cramps.
Cramps?
This movie made me want to hit myself multiple times, and it also made my stomach irritable. Very, very irritable.
I would rather have just... I mean, there was a point where I got up to go to the bathroom, and I came back. And normally when I do that, I lean over to you and it's like, what did I miss? Did you notice I didn't do that this time?
Yeah, I know.
Because I didn't fucking care.
I didn't care either. I mean, by God, Chappie is fucked up, too.
This movie's shit. This movie's absolute shit. Save your money.
Go watch something else.
Go watch 50 Shades of Grey over this shit. Yeah, I fucking said it. I would rather sit through 50 Shades of Grey than ever watch this movie than ever have seen this movie. Are we done here?
Yes.
We're done. Thanks everyone for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. We'll be back next week with Cinderella, which is getting really good reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, and frankly, after this, I need something good. Bye.
See you later, guys.